What is 86 divided by 10,000? 86 divided by 10,000. Maya.
0.0086.
Good job. What do I add to 479 to get to 1,000? 479 plus what will get me to 1,000? There it is.
521.
Very nice. What about 87 times 11? 87 times 11. Eighty-seven times 11. Chloe.
957.
Good job. What about 50 times 72? 50 times 72. And Tom.
3,600.
Say that again.
3,600.
Okay, good job. Let's see here. Meredith. We got Anton. Who else did I just call on? Chloe.
And my.
Yeah. We'll do one more. What about 103 take away 57? 103 take away 57. Nate.
46.
No. Good job. All right. Got a very. Let me try it again. I got a very good report from the sub, as always, from this class. So I appreciate that. It seemed like we got a lot of work done. I know those of you that were not here because of the track meet don't know what I'm talking about, which is totally fine. Yes, Carson.
I took, so out of the top 10 200 meter dash runners, I took 4.
Did you really?
Yeah. Kanan took 5th.
You should keep getting this, like, if you could. Mr. Cott's is awesome. But, like, I get it if you can't.
It's hard, so especially with how many. We have many subs.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Hanson, how are you?
Great, how are you doing?
Doing well, thank you. Did you have a nice weekend?
I did. I worked too much, though. No play.
So. So that was, I appreciate the good review from this class. It seems like pretty much every time there's a sub, I get a very good report from this class, so I appreciate that. Today, we're not going to go right into those worksheets that I handed out on Friday. I actually want to put them on pause. And I guess if you want to call them notes, you can call them notes. But it's more just a couple of items I want to do together. And then we're going to dive right into it probably in our groups. Any questions about that? How did the worksheet go?
Not go.
We didn't know how
purposely gave you guys the worksheet on things that we didn't really cover much in detail, because everything on there, I truly believe you guys are more than capable of figuring out.
Well, yeah, we kind of like remembered some stuff, but
I felt like we've done it. Like we just doing the same thing, so I was wondering if we were doing it wrong.
There were a lot of, I mean, there was a lot of material on it, for sure. And I knew that that's kind of what it would be going into it. I wanted you guys to try and work together, use prior knowledge, use the notes on it. I purposely didn't give you guys a worksheet with clear-cut answers. I wanted you guys to try and figure it out.
It was too hard.
It's too hard. Nothing's too hard.
I didn't get it.
So today, this might clear up some answers, but I have a packet, I guess, another packet. And we're going to come back to this one. We're going to come back to this one probably later on this week.
Good morning, Bay Park Middle School. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Today is Monday, the 18th of May. We do not have any birthdays today, but over the weekend we did. We had Mr. Bodenhammer and 2 birthdays. I apologize for not announcing on Friday, but they had them this weekend. Karina and Heather Wallace, happy birthday to you. National Day today is National Visit Your Relatives Day. Pretty interesting one. This week we have s'more donations, so at the lovely bonfire, if you guys would like to have s'mores, of course, please donate some. You can donate those to Miss Besson. So if you'd like any s'mores on the May 29th for the bonfire, please bring in donations for s'mores. For lunch today, we actually do not know what is for lunch, but anything they make is a day food, so let's just put that down. And then student council today, so you go to student council, and then fun run. You can still donate money, but you are no longer in the race. So that was due Friday, so still donate money. So besides that, nothing else today, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day.
That's fine, I appreciate it. Alright, the last item which I wanted to talk about, gentlemen. The last time I wanted to talk about, I know it was kind of in the air last week about the homework. Did I give the homework to you first off?
Yes. Yep.
Because I forgot to give it to one of my cousins, I wasn't sure if it was this one. Homework, it's homework 30. I was thinking about it, yes, I was thinking about math over the weekend, I think about math every weekend. And I'm like, alright, so should I give another homework or not? I wasn't really sure, I know I was in the air. I decided that homework 30 will be the last homework for the year. Alright, would you like to clap? Homework 30, so just to give you guys an idea, that's how many weeks of homework assignments have we gone through? 30 weeks, that's pretty good. You guys have been working super hard. That's kind of why at this point of the year, I was like, all right, this one's going to be due. Well, first off, when is homework 30 due?
Friday.
Friday. Homework 30 is due Friday. And I looked at it, like, does it really matter if I gave you 1 more, 2 more homeworks for the year? We only have about 3 weeks of school left. However, I expect that you guys don't start slacking off. Meaning, if you will take this opportunity to go back to any homeworks that you want, that you may not have done so well on, maybe look at your assessments that you did, your previous assessments. If there's 1 or 2, that's like, you know, this could probably hold my grade, that's what I expect you to do. So yes, this will be the last homework of the year, but that doesn't mean that we're done working for the end of the year. You understood?
Yeah.
So if you would like a more updated progress report, if you guys can look at my late bin, it's overflowing right now. That's just from the first 2 classes. Right now, as of today, as of this morning, all grades were up to date. Questions, comments, concerns about anything? No? This Friday's early release. Next Friday is Community Day.
Yes.
We are going to find out your official locations by either Wednesday or Thursday.
Are you going to be telling us?
Maybe.
Okay.
Not Sure, honestly.
Well,
I'll find that out for you though. And then the last item that I wanted to talk about, Cheyenne, are you gonna be here next Friday or no?
No.
No, okay, that's what, you told me that, but I couldn't remember. Okay, and then you too, Chloe, correct? Who's gonna be on the field trip tomorrow?
What field?
The
GIS.
GIS field trip. Okay. We're looking to do STAR testing. It was originally gonna be tomorrow, we're gonna move it to Thursday. So STAR test Thursday, homework Friday. Questions, comments, concerns? No? Alright, so you don't need anything on your desks except for something to write within the notes, just put everything off to the side. And we're gonna look at these problems together. Alright, so linear equations with real world examples. Alright, and I don't want anyone to get ahead of it, ladies. I don't want anyone to get ahead. I want to just take our time working on this together as a class. Alright? So we're going to take a look on that worksheet I gave you. I provided different tables, I provided graphs, I provided different items. What we're going to be doing today is starting off with one or two sentences and building all the information that we need off of that. Does anyone want to read this? Anyone like to read? Aubrey?
Christopher had already read 7 books this year before joining a book club, and he plans to read 1 book every month now that he has joined.
And that's it. There's not even a question, is there? It's just like, okay. So, Christopher had already read 7 books this year before joining a book club, and then he plans to read one book every month now that he's joined. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan, go for it. Now, let's say 1 month passes. How many books has he read? 8. Say 2 months passes. How many total books has he read? 9. So, number 1 says we are going to construct a table. As I said, construct a table representing the above situation. Alright, here's my table. Now laugh. So, is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Yeah.
Alright. First we need a variable. Or we need words. Christopher has already read 7 books this year before joining a book club. He plans to read 1 book every month now that he has joined. What's something that is changing? Who could tell me what I'm going to write here and then something else I'm going to write here? What?
Books.
Books. Right. Books. Something where he's reading different books. So let's write books at the top. Love it. All right.
And then on the second box, you write 1.
Perfect. Month. Everyone agree?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Christopher has already read 7 books this year. What number are we going to start off with books? Meredith?
7.
7. If it's current time right now, no time has passed, what month am I at?
0.
0. If I'm currently right now, present day, what it's May? May? Currently May. We represent the current month as 0. Am I understood on that?
Yep.
Next month, 1 month from now, will be 1. 2 months from now. So we always want to represent the very first month as 0, currently. Anytime you deal with current time. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and now every month he reads 1 book. So, Ansley, 1 month from now, how many books am I going to have? 8. 2 months from now. 9, 10, 11. Questions on that?
No.
Now to the left of that, we all have a little bit of space. I want you to tell me what the dependent variable is, along with what letter goes with it, x or y. What is the independent variable, along with if it's x or y? Yeah, hit me. It's like, whoa. Independent and dependent variable. Randy, what did you put as your independent variable?
Okay, independent, I put as month.
Okay, great. Do we have some sort of time in this?
Yep.
Yes.
Month. I'm looking at month right away. I'm seeing month. I'm writing independent variable. Can we see the red? Is
Yeah.
red okay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eh?
it's fine.
It's like, yeah, I can still look.
Okay. Randy, you said independent is month. I agree. What letter goes with independent variable?
What? I mean, sorry, X.
Good thinking. I know you were testing what the other variable was.
It's Monday, Mr. Johnson.
It's okay. Therefore, books is going to be y. Books is my dependent variable. Questions on that?
No.
Can we graph this?
Yes.
Totally.
Of course.
Totally. What would this first point be right here?
Zero.
Is it 7, 0, or is it 0, 7?
Zero.
7.
Zero comes from
Why are we saying 0, 7? Well,
X comes forward.
x comes always before y. Love it. Love it. I see some of us are already going on to the table. Oh, great. Perfect. So let's start doing that. Oh no, is this not going to work for me today? Here it is. So what are we going to put on our x-axis? What are we going to put down here?
Months.
Months. Okay. So months. And what are we going to put on y?
Books.
Books. What would be a good spacing for month for each box? What do you think, Maya?
Just one.
One. I like it. Is that what you're going to say, Maya? Oh, you skipped the box and then made it one? That's fine, totally. I'm going to skip one as well so we have more room. 4, 5, 6. If you didn't skip, is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Question?
For the months, when you start on 0, because your first point is 0, 7, so would you start 0 and then 1?
Go back to where 0 is?
Yeah.
Great question. Because you don't want to say, okay, I'm going to make this one 0. Because that's saying that we jumped 0 spaces, but that's not true. We didn't jump 0 places, we jumped more than one place. 0 is always on the x and always on the y. Great question. And then for spacing, did anyone do a break?
No. Yeah.
Could we?
Yeah.
Because our first point that we see is 7. So we can label it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Or we could put a break and say maybe every 2 we'll start at 7 and then make every 2 1, something like that. Any questions on that? Yeah.
Do you need to fill the whole graph, like all the spaces? Because I'm gonna have to 12 on each side, because that's where it's at too, which is perfect for each month.
Is that what some of all of y'all did too?
Yeah, that's what I did.
I just put 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because we're not filling out the whole graph to 12, only to 5. But
So, just for consistency, I'm going to do the same. I want my graph to look like yours. So we all made it about 1 or not? So, 1, 2, is this what we did? 4,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you did it, that's fine too. And then 1, 2, Carson, is this what you did? Yep. Nate, you may sit up. Not Nate, I'm sorry, Anton. Then we had that, and we had that, X, Y, month, and book. Is that what the majority of us had? Yeah? Shannon, is this what you had? Alright.
So we're doing lowercase.
Oh.
Interesting.
But not over there. Alright, so, where's my first point? Answer, where's my first point?
0, 7.
0, 7. 0, 7. Next point would be 1, 8. Over 1, well, 8. Next point.
2, 9,
2, 9. Thank you, Carson. What'd you get as the next point?
3, 10,
What else?
4, 11, 5, 10.
Carson, is this rate of change constant or variable? Constant. Nice. So we should go on a line that looks something like that.
Yeah.
Alright. So there's our graph. Now, we've been dealing with graphing lines. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope we're all like yes, right?
Yeah.
What is the formula of a line? Aubrey?
Y equals mx plus b.
Love it. Aubrey, what is m in this?
Slope.
Love it. Let's see, do we have, where can we write this? Number 3, it says using the table and graph, determine the equation of a line that you constructed on the graph. Because I love review, I love trying to remember everything. I want to write y equals mx plus b, that means we're all writing y equals mx plus b underneath 3. And we're going to remind ourselves, well, what letter was m? Slope. Brandon, what letter was b?
The y-intercept.
Perfect, good job. We're writing all that out. Now let's look at my graph. Do I have a y-intercept?
Yes.
Who said that? Aubrey, where, you say yes. Where's my y-intercept?
0, 7.
0, 7. How can I make that into? Can I make that into an equation?
Yeah.
What would it represent? What would I have at the very end? What's my y-intercept? What number?
7.
Nice. 7. Notice I put a space. What's going to go in my space? I'm going to have something, slope, and the letter
X.
x. Blank x plus 7. Are we following me? Carson, you good? Carson, you said my rate of change is constant. Love it. What is my rate of change?
I can't remember how to do it.
There's a couple ways we can do rate of change, right? Rate of change, give me another word that rate of change also represents.
Rock.
Rock, give me a word though, not an abbreviation. Begins with an S.
Slow.
Slope. What's the slope of this?
Positive.
Positive. Now, remember when I would give you a graph. And I would say determine the slope. Can we determine the slope? Remember rise over run?
Oh, yeah.
So if I start off at the furthest off point, what's my rise?
Up 1 over.
Up 1 over 1. What's my rise over run?
1 over.
What's my rise over run? So what's my slope for this one?
1 over.
1 over 1. So now we know that the slope is 1 over 1. Are you following this? Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Are we good on this?
Yes.
Yes, Chloe. If it matches your graph, that's perfect. If it matches because that's, right, because we skipped 2. So it should be up 1 over 2. Question, Rhiannon?
No.
So that's a great question. So Chloe just said, well, remember when we started making the original graph, I had different spacing. So her slope's going to be a little different. It's going to be up 1 over 2. As long as it matches the graph, that's great. Questions on that one? Number 4 says, what is the slope slash rate of change? Well, we can use our equation. Here's my slope. So in number 4, I'm writing m equals what rating? 1 over 1. Randy, what am I writing it with b equals?
B equals 7.
B equals 7. So, looking at part 4, what is my slope slash rate of change? Slope is m. So we're writing m equals 1 over 1 equals slope. B equals 7. Well, what is b?
Y-intercept.
Y-intercept. And then the last one says, determine how many books Christopher has read after 22 months. What?
What do you have 7 plus 22?
Why do 7 plus 22?
Because 7 was the 0 months and then 22 more months.
And how many books does he read per month?
1.
22 times 1.
So we can use this equation. Y equals 1x plus 7. Books is how many we want to figure out after how many months? 22. So it's 1 times 22 plus 7. So y equals 22 plus 7. 29. So that should be under number 5. This is 5. Does that make sense? Josie, what do you think? Does? So, notice that was just one problem. Look at how many things we were able to get from this one problem. Far out. Right on. Right? Let's look at another example. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to fill out a table, we're going to fill out the graph, and we're going to answer the questions. You want to try this one on your own, or you want to do it together? Let's do one more together, and then we'll try one on our own. We have a lot of problems. Who would like to read this one? Chloe, go for it. Got it? Wow. Wow. So, Jeffrey takes 8 quizzes, 8 quizzes each week. So let's fill out the table. What word am I going to write in each box? Oh, give me a word I'm going to write. Quiz. Brandon, give me the other word I'm going to write.
Week.
What week?
Can you make them plural?
What's that?
Like quizzes and weeks. Can you do that? Why? Well, you don't have to. I'm just saying.
That's totally fine, yeah. So it says Jeffrey takes 8 quizzes each week. Current time, right now. How many weeks have gone by? 0. Currently is 0. If 0 weeks have passed, how many quizzes has he taken? 0. 0. No weeks have passed. There's no way. Today's Monday. Perfect. Today's Monday. By the end of the week, by Friday, he's going to have taken 8 quizzes. But right now it's Monday. We haven't taken our quizzes yet. But by next week, Elizabeth, by next week, which is week 1, how many quizzes will we take?
8.
Perfect. Maya, by week 2, how many quizzes is he going to have taken?
16.
16. Cheyenne, by week 3.
24.
Nice. Week 4, Alyssa.
3rd grade. 32.
There it is. Good job. Do we have one more box? We have.
Yeah,
How many more do we have?
1.
One. Carson, what is my last one?
Week 5, and he's taken 4.
Questions on that? Meredith,
Yeah.
what will my independent variable be?
Independent and weeks.
Weeks. Love it. Therefore, what letter is that going to be with?
X.
Love it. Ansley, if independent variable is going to be weeks, what's my independent variable? Love it. Love it. Therefore, what letter is that? Good job. Can I make these as points? Yeah. First point is what? Josie, what do you think?
The origin.
The origin. I love that you said it. 0, 0. Nice. Origin. Anton, what's next?
1, 8.
Nice. Nice. 1, 8. 2, 16. 3, 24. 4, 32. 5, 40. All right. Now we can use this to graph. This may not work with me today. Oh, here it is. And this is like, use the blue marker, work the last time. All right. As I noticed that you already have yours, so what did you put as your spacing for weeks?
I like by 1.
By ones. One box is 1? Okay. So it'll be 0, 1, 2, like that. You sure? Starting at 0?
No, no, on the line.
On the line. On the line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then what'd you make as your other spacing? 5. I like it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. If you did other spacing, that's fine. 0, 0, where's that, Mansley?
In the origin.
Where's the origin?
Where the lines come out.
Where are the lines crossed? Good job. 0, 0, 1, 8, so I guess something like that. 2, 16. 3, 24. 4, 32. And 5, 50. So do we get a line that looks something like that?
Yep.
Questions, ladies? I keep
Did
hearing
you
whispering.
draw a little arrow thing?
Where?
Like that?
I will. That's fine. Yes.
It's okay if our graph is like, we did it by 8s, maybe.
So what's it? Is it going to look the exact same?
No.
Close, but it's probably, what is it, squished?
Yeah, like it's not as long.
Yeah, so it's squished down maybe to here. That's totally fine. Yeah, depending on what you label, Alyssa, you may put that away. Depending on what you make your axes, that'll totally change your graph, for sure. Any questions on that? Let's answer the questions. The questions, so we've done stuff like this. This was on what the last test was like. It was, okay, take a problem, use the table, and graph it. So this shouldn't be anything new. But now, question 8. Using the table and graph, determine the equation of the line that you constructed on the graph. Well, first, we need to, Josie, you lift your head up. First, you need to figure out what your equation of a line is. And I'm writing, Nate, what am I writing right under 3?
Wait, what?
What am I writing under 3?
8.
Yep. I'm sorry, 8. 8.
Oh, wait, no. I was like, wait a minute. You're writing y equals mx plus b.
Perfect. What else am I writing? Right below it.
Right below it. Wait.
Go back to the first one. What do we write right underneath the equation?
M equals slope and b equals y-intercept.
Good job. M equals slope. B equals y-intercept. All right. Now, what is my y-intercept in this, Chloe? 0. So I'm going to say b is going to be equal to 0. What is my slope? Who can tell me what my slope is on this? Maya, what do you think?
9/5.
What's that?
9/5.
How'd you get that?
Well, I guess if you counted by like 8s or 5s or something, it would be like a lot bigger. But if you just count the square part, like if you just count the number of squares, then it's simpler.
So if I start off, so you're saying you start here?
Yeah, you start there and then you count 5 squares up. And then
So that'd be 5.
no, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, and then you said over 5?
yeah.
That's good, but how can I relate it? Remember, we didn't make each one of these 1, did we?
Yeah.
I totally agree. It's like, okay, if these were all 1, it would totally 9/5. But what did I make these? 5. So if I start off at your point, how much am I going to go up by? 5. So it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Now how do I get, how far over am I going to go? 5. So the slope would be what, Maya?
8/1.
8 over 1, 40 over 5, or 8 over 1. Good job. Just be careful. Always remember, what did I label my axes? So therefore, who have I spoken with? Ansley, I've got you already. Cheyenne, what would my equation of a line be? What would this equation be?
Y equals 8 over 1 x plus 0.
Great. Or y equals 8 over 1 x. Now I'm writing it below, but can anyone see that? Therefore, 9, use this equation. Y equals 8 over 1x plus 0. Tell me what the slope is. Tell me what the y-intercept is. Let's see. Brayden, what is the slope in this?
8/4.
8 over 1. So you may write slope equals 8 over 1. What is the y-intercept in this?
B
equals 0. M equals 8 over 1. B equals 0. Questions on that? Last one. Stay with me. Stay with me, guys. Do we have to stand up, jump around?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's finish this one. Determine how many quizzes Jeffrey is taking after 13 weeks. Nate, what do I do to solve this?
Well, first you add up 5 weeks, which is 40, and you, wait.
No, God, so
wait,
5
that's not
weeks.
Wait.
So you said after 5 weeks it's 40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you do it again, that's 10 weeks, which is 80.
Okay, so you said if we continue this, that would be 80.
Yeah, and then you add it by 3, which would be 24, which would make it 13 weeks, and that would be 104 quizzes in 13 weeks.
Does everyone see what he did here?
Yeah.
He imagined extending the table. Excellent. He said, okay, well, if I double this table, I'm up to 10. Therefore, I'm going to have double that, 80. But how much more do we need? We don't want 10 weeks, we want 13. So it's like, well, if I just continue this on by 3, I add 24 to 80 to get to 104. Perfect. Brandon, did you do it another way?
I did y equals 8 times 13.
And why'd you do 8 times 13?
Because 13 weeks is your x value.
So you took the formula, y equals 8 times x.
Yeah, and then you can just do 8 times 8 is 64, plus we already have 5 times 8 up on, in the table up there.
8 times 8 is 64, okay.
Plus 40,
Why'd you add plus 40?
because that's 5 times 8,
5 times 8. Nice.
and we already had that in the table up there.
Love it. That's one way to do it. Yeah, Carson. 1 minute. So, this still will give us equal to 104. 2 different ways, 2 very different ways. Nate took the table and extended the table. Got the answer. Brayden took the equation, substituted in. Still got the same answer. Nice. Any questions on that? Let's try, why don't you guys try the next one. We'll read it together. I want you to try these out either with your tables or independently. Who would like to read? Me? Rhiannon.
Alex has already prepared 9 kilograms of dough and will continue preparing 1 kilogram of dough every hour.
All right, so we have kilograms of dough. Right? Right, Elizabeth? Kilograms of dough. You're like, that's how I was thinking dough. Pounds. If you don't like kilograms, you can do pounds. Kilograms of dough. We'll continue preparing 1 kilogram of dough every hour. You may try this out. You may try to work with your tables. You may work independently. Go for it. Go ahead.
Anton, you think you crook?
If these are correct.
No, return to your seats. Sir. What is that acceptable? You never walk, just get up and walk around the room. Anton, is that yours or no?
No.
So do you think you should be eating it?
Yeah, I think you crook.
Carson, you may be respectful. No, we'll probably continue the rest of it tomorrow. Because I need a worksheet on Friday, in the Sunday school, just to try and introduce them. And I think there's going to be, yeah, which I totally wanted this. I wanted them to get exposed to it first and try to figure it out. I think it's great because then it's like they try to think it's like, but then when they go back to it, it's like, oh, that wasn't nearly as hard as it may have been. So we'll see. I'm hoping that this will be we're using review to, these are all word problems because we're adding lines.
But is there an objective you have to, like we have to do, we have to hit certain skills and math sort of things? That's the objectives are.
So like a standard.
Yeah.
We have, yeah, this is a standard. I don't know. Usually, which I should have done it on this worksheet, I'll have the standard written at the top of the worksheet.
Okay, so that kind of, it's sort of role that can ask a question, deal with this project.
Back off.
That's trying to do that, so everybody understands what we're doing.
I would be able to do that. Yeah, there's a lot of times with the standard. Yes. Look at
No, all the jumps in the last down counted by 5, so they went like.
Sweet, fix that. Brayden,
It's in
what
pen.
class is this?
That,
So should we be reading?
I finished.
So you may check it over with Chloe. I love that you love reading so much, I do. We gotta stay focused on that, right? Who would like to put their table on the board? Cheyenne! We'll see if we have time. Alright, so, again, everyone's tables might look slightly differently. Slightly differently. Great English, Mr. Johnson. Slightly differently. Slightly different. Slightly differently, right?
It's a Monday.
Thank you for coming in. I appreciate
Bet.
it.
Mr. Hanson, have a good day.
Get a chance.
Totally.
Let's make sure I'm doing what you need to do.
Be the
Awesome.
rock star
Thank
that
you.
you are. Let the true you shine through.
So she put kilograms of dough on top and hours on bottom. Love it. And then of course I didn't put enough room, so she's got to put an extension. Thank you. Excellent. Do we get the same thing or something similar? Carson, you have a very deep voice. So you know when you whisper?
It's so bad.
It's so easy.
Excellent. Thank you, Shannon. This was great. Brandon, I'm up here. All right. Now, who I didn't know volunteer? Ansley, come on up. I want you to take a marker and label which one's the dependent variable and the independent variable, and which letter goes with which. And then let's label good axes. Axes that might work with each one of these. Nice. Perfect. And what would that be? What words do you want to throw there so I know what they represent? Great. Perfect. Thank you. Carson,
Yeah. Okay.
I want you to label my y-axis.
Oh no.
Okay.
Really, Christian?
Alright, well,
Okay, that works every time.
Yeah, the blue pen.
Why do you have to use blue instead of orange? Yeah.
Carson, thank you.
That was amazing job.
Alright, so you're going to label this what, Carson? Let's talk through it. What are you going to label this at?
Kilos of dough.
Kilos, ladies, when they stop talking. Of dough. Carson, what did you label as your axis?
As my what?
As your axis. How far is each box? How much spacing?
Went by 5 accidentally, but it should go by 2.
That would work. Who else did 2? Did anyone do 1?
We just did the squiggly line.
Right two.
You did the squiggly line? Did anyone do a squiggly line?
I did the squiggly line and
So you did the squiggly line up to what?
7.
7.
I did
Make
8.
it bigger.
I did 8.
Did 3, some did 8. I guess we'll go up to,
7.
3.
we'll go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yep.
And then for this one, the first one will be 0, 9, 1, 10, 2, 11, 3, 12. Well, would you look at that? It's also going to be constant rate of change. 9, you have to do your equation on the board. You may come up. You may write the equation just over there because I'm not sure if this is going to work. Good job. Carson, we are listening. We are watching. Do you have it? 3 on the bottom done? Excellent, Maya. I love that you're writing that. So, everyone note, she wrote the equation of a line. If you did not do that, you may do that now. Y equals mx plus b. M equals slope. B is y-intercept. She made the slope, the y-intercept, 9. The rise over run. We went up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. Therefore, the rate of change, the slope is 1 over 1.
Yep.
But what if I made these, what if I skipped a box and made this 1, 2, 3, 4? How would that change my rate of change? Go ahead, Mary, say that.
1 over 2?
1 over 2. Does everyone see that?
Yep.
If you have a different set of axes, it'll change it up. But even though you go over 2, if you imagine yourself squishing the graph back together, will all of them do the same thing?
Yep.
What is my slope in this thing?
Slope is 1.
1. 1 over 1. What does my rate of change mean?
Rate of change is wait.
What is my rate of yeah, what is your rate of change? It's the same thing. Your slope is 1 over 1. Your rate of change is what?
1 over 1.
Perfect. Good job. What is my y-intercept?
He's no longer there.
9. Where's my starting point? There it is. There it is. And the last one. Determine how many kilograms of dough Alex has after 5 hours. What do we get?
14.
14 kilograms.
Good job, guys. You can start backing up. We'll wait on the